If you are not subscribed already, please be sure to go down there and smash that subscribe and then hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time. But here we are in beautiful New York City. I'm winging it today. No idea what we're getting into, but skateboarding, maybe in this potentially, I don't know, adventure. That's all it's about. That's all it's gonna be about, guys. Thank you for being in here today watching inside of the YouTube. Let's begin. I love the winter. I love the cold. And of course, I know that there's gonna come the day where people are like, dude, just wait till it's like February. You're gonna be like freaking the flu, man. One thing I will say right now, not one time in my entire life has someone said, oh, just wait till and that actually has happened. Because people do that all the time. Oh, you're young. You don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know that I like the cold. And when someone tells me, yeah, you don't even know what you're in for. No, I'm smart. I'm a young sav. I know exactly what I'm in for. Just want to say, Progress Daily, the website, yeah, we sold out really quickly of the fall line, but we just got to restock and it's going up. It's for Black Friday. You know, we trying to get in day one, but also the line before that we're selling on the website. If you buy anything from the line before that, you can get free socks with your gear. But yes, a restock of a lot of clothing. If you want to go to IamJohnHill.com or click the link in the top of the description below, you can go over there and check it out, guys. I appreciate you. But we do have this again, and this again, and this again. We got the whole thing. We're back up. Go check it out if you want. Just get one. Also, if you take any pictures of yourself in the gear, anyone out there who's ever gotten anything, tag me on Instagram, Progress Daily Clothing or John Hill, and I'll find it, and I'll also do some like reposts and fun stuff with that. So guys, thank you so much. Oh, the office, my home away from home. The crazy thing about this place is you don't know what time of day it is. Look right here. Beautiful and bright outside, but it looks like it's nighttime, and that is the beauty of this space. You're basically just here to work, and there's no choice. You just work. You don't even think about the time because that has a big effect on how much I get done. I'll be like, yo, it's nighttime. Maybe I should chill. Here it's like go, 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 and then you chill when you're done. Now, amongst these vlogs/adventures, I try to fit in a tidbit of information, especially to help out the new skateboarders out there and people who are interested in the sport. So today, I'm gonna talk about the 5 skate parks that all beginners should try to avoid. But we're also looking for a skate spot, a really famous one actually. Should be right around here somewhere. How you doing? Sorry, my hands are so full. How are you, brother? My God, the view is so incredible out here. But I also wanted to say for this video, when it comes to the skate park, I understand that a lot of people don't have a choice. There's a skate park near your house, and regardless, you're gonna skate it regardless. If there's a circumstance where you have a choice to avoid these parks and go to a better one, I would recommend it, but these are the 5 that I would try to avoid if possible. And just so I don't bore you guys, instead of watching my face, you're gonna watch skateboarding. Number 1 is the disproportionate park. None of these obstacles will match anything that you ever skate in real life. For some reason, they built a handrail that goes straight down at a 150-degree angle. The ramps are basically walls. The rails are made out of aluminum. Well, actually, that's very realistic, so. But if you're at a skate park, why would you build a rail that is unskateable? It just seems like the person who built the park has never seen a building or what a rail looks like or what anything looks like ever. But for some reason, these exist all over the place. Number 2 is the skate park with bad ground. Now, some would say this is actually an advantage because when you go in the streets, it's similar to that. But when it comes to learning tricks, it's much more difficult on rough ground. But at the very beginning, it can seem discouraging. I think when starting off, building confidence is more important than building skill. So you might actually be building more skill if you can stay confident at the rough park, but focus on developing the confidence first. Number 3 is the sketchy park. A lot of cities will try to build skate parks in rougher areas to make the community around it better. But when these parks are first installed, it's a little scary to come from out of the area to skate it. Might be a little sketchier, you might have things stolen. Now, again, of course, a lot of people don't have a choice. If there's a park near you and you're already used to the area, go skate it. But what I've noticed is that a lot of people think skateboarders are rebellious and against the law, so people will gravitate towards the park that you don't want there. Number 4 is the locals only park. Not only for the sake that people might not want you there, but those get really crowded really fast. The locals only parks are the most popular parks of cities, so people who come from out of town will likely go to those parks as well. So there's a high chance that it'll get crowded very early on and then be crowded for the rest of the day. And when you're trying to figure things out and learn, there's a lot of time spent looking down at your skateboard, and you don't want to worry about somebody running into you, which happens very, very often in parks that are that busy. Number 5 is DIY skate parks. And I use this one very loosely because I have opinions on both sides. This one probably shouldn't be on the list because I don't think it's a bad idea to go to these, but there is a warning sign. DIY skate parks are built by people, and a lot of times there are a lot of dangerous things in the park that you don't see that are a little more subtle. Now, I've skated a ton of these growing up because I have helped build them, and there's a lot in the community. But in these parks, there are so many nails that I hit, there are so many cracks that I trip over, there are rocks everywhere, especially when you're using cement. You will most likely fall a million times because of the skate park itself rather than the skateboarding. But I have had so much fun skating these that it's really hard for me to tell you not to go there. But of course, all of these are just an opinion, and I think at the end of the day, I'm just putting a warning sign on all of these. Okay, in 48-degree weather, I am sweating profusely through my bottom shirt, but if you didn't see, well, if you didn't notice the no comply big heel that I did, that trick has been a battle for so long. This was like 10 years ago. My best friend did the trick over this gap. Loose ends, switched off the line. That's Dorian Warnick. He's an incredible filmmaker, but I could never do it. So just to prove to you how awesome I am, I'm gonna do another one first try right here, easily. Gonna keep talking so you know that it's first try. That's what I kept doing. The primo. 2 for 2 on the primos. 3 for 3 on the primos. I'm very good at being bad at this trick. That's 4 primos in a row. Oh my freaking penis.
I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it.
I'm really not trying to brag, but I'm amazing. I love myself. I'm the greatest in the world, and I'm better than anything that's ever happened on this entire planet. But on the for real, that trick has a lot more practice left to get it even slightly decent. I was really good at landing primo. That's that muscle memory. Look how beautiful the backlight is. Oh my God. This city rules, it's beautiful. Hey, red light. Oh, Young Savage? Yeah, that's my middle name. Sorry, sir. Okay, so for the next adventure today, I'm really interested in people who do insane things. Okay, that sounded dumb. I'm fascinated by psychology and why people do what they do, because there are people in history who have done things that I feel like most me, my friends, nobody can relate to, but I wonder why. That's why I watch documentaries about people like Hitler and the KKK, and believe it or not, they're really not that cool of people. But every night I watch a documentary about something like that, just to sort of get some insight, like what makes a man turn from like a normal seemingly dude to a guy who likes to kill people and someone who's racist? And from what I've learned, it's like this short wire. It's like this very small increment, the small thing that happens to one person to make them completely different than someone else. Basically the small thing that causes someone to be what we see as normal, and then someone like Hitler. Okay, here's how this ties into the next thing we're doing today. Right now we're walking towards the area with the highest murder rate in the world. Well, at least in the 19th century. You see this bend right here? It's called the Mulberry Bend? Now, according to a police reporter at the time, this place was called the Foul Core of New York Slum. It was a disease-ridden, volatile slum where inhabitants lived in appalling squalor, ravaged by epidemics of cholera, yellow fever, and typhus. The New York's Daily Tribune wrote in June 13th, 1850, "The underground holes and corners, the narrow, dark, filthy cellar where drunkenness, vice, and misery fester in their fullest manifestation." An insight into the daily lives of the Wayos comes from gang member Piker Ryan, arrested in 1884. He was found carrying a list of services offered by the gang, starting with punching for $1, both eyes blacked for $3, nose and jaw broke for $7, ear chewed off for $15, leg or arm broken for $19, shot in the leg for $20, stabbed for $21.50, and doing the big job murder for $100 or more. Jesus Christ. But apparently an even gnarlier destination is where we're going right now, the Bloody Angle. This right here is the Bloody Angle. So So this place used to be the battleground for gang warfare of the Tong War. I don't know why I'm being quiet, I just feel like, I don't know. It was a gang war between the Tong and Ling gangs, and it was started by the legendary Chinese gangster, Mock Duck. I could be on my own here, but I find that extremely fascinating. But what's the perfect way to end a video where we're talking about murderers and killers and gangsters, no big deal? Ice cream. Yo, look at this shit. Yo, that's f***ed up. How you guys doing? I'll get black sesame, then ginger. Take care, man. As I'm about to use chopsticks to put sesame ice cream into my mouth. Okay, they're not chopsticks, they're chocolate. And ginger flavor as well, so I guarantee it'll be delicious. What the fudge? I was making the joking like face, but that is crazy. This is perfect food for 48-degree weather. Ooh, the sesame though. It just tastes like cookies and Some people out there are probably like, John, aren't you vegan? Isn't that what you're all about? Not really. I mean, I am vegan. I'm not that proud. But I know I've mentioned this a little bit, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm trying to get more into my Asian roots because my mommy is Korean. My mom is Korean. I grew up watching Asian movies and Korean soap operas and stuff like that, and I went to Korea when I was young. I love the vibes that I get from it, and I miss it. So right now, I'm spending time trying to learn Korea. Sehei bo mani bajuseo. That's me trying to say Happy New Year if you're Korean. That was probably butchered to death. I'm working on that aspect of my life, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's like, I've actually been spending a lot of time sort of focusing on that part of my life, that culture. And doing things like this, I know it's Chinese compared to Korean, and they are different, but they're both vastly different from America and more similar to each other than, you know? And I can't wait to see how my mom feels about this area. She'll be here in like a month. It's gonna be super lit. But guys, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I appreciate you tuning in every single day. We're going on adventures, trying to learn new things, trying to do new things, trying to skateboard, have a lot of fun. So I appreciate you tuning in. And guys, love you so much. Progress daily.